Hello. Hello, hello. Hi, 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 hi. How is everybody doing? It's been a hot minute. Yeah, hello, hello. It's friggin' been a friggin' long hot minute. Like,
oh my God,
hot damn,
damn,
look at her.
She's
She's
dead.
dead.
Oh God, wow, oh
God
God, bless.
Zoom, congratulations on being boob champ today, and Linka, congratulations on surviving 19 months. It has been a day or two. It has been a day or two, a long, lengthy day or two since forever. I really wanted to stream yesterday. I really wanted to just, like, talk about things. I really wanted to, like, talk to you guys about everything. We had a big old weekend. I left. I had, as you guys know, I went to a convention. Oh, Cat's mad? No, Cat's not mad. So much happened over the weekend, right? I was just like, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know.
Oh, tea cakes.
Zoom, congratulations on surviving 9 months. Congratulations. Oh, also, part of my stream might be slightly bugged. Slightly. As you guys may have noticed, I now have Bicky giving like chat announcements of when ads are running. So like before I left over the weekend, I was working on that. Yeah, you saw that, pretty nifty. It's so nifty. I think she's supposed to alert me like 2 minutes. Is it 2 or 5 minutes in advance? Of course, she couldn't do it for the beginning of the stream because I think it goes for like a minute and then it runs an ad. But she's supposed to give me like a 5-minute warning. It's either a 5 or a 2-minute warning. She's supposed to give me like a 5 or 2-minute warning. And she'll also play a sound so that I also know audibly when an ad is coming. And then also when we're back from ads, she'll also play a sound for me. And originally I have something pretty nifty that I wanted to try, something kind of elaborate that I wanted to have her do when ads show up, but I didn't quite finish that before going to the convention. I know you'd be backlogged to see it. What do you mean backlogged to see it? See what? See what? See what? Wait, hold on. What? Hold on. There she goes. The cat. Oh, hello, Atheist Paladin. Yeah, ads are running for 180 seconds. And then it's been a day or two. What's been a day or two? Currently on a 16-month streak. What am I missing? 3 alerts and only Bicky got it right. I saw that. I saw. But they all say 19. 19, 19. 19 and then the 16. Ad should be finished. Welcome back. Cat's mad. Stuff and things. Oh, I should also make it so that they read out the subs now. I should make it so that they read out the sub messages now. Let's see. The Bicky announcing the ads are coming. Yeah. I didn't see it. But she's supposed to give me like a 2-minute warning, I think. She's supposed to give me a 2-minute warning. Oh, I guess I could have her announce it verbally. Regardless, I was in the middle of doing it. What I kind of want to do is I want to see if I could recreate the to be continued or like be right back, that commercial like da 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 da, or something like that, some sort of like my whole plan was to make it the JoJo to be continued thing.
Oh, tea cakes.
Spaz, congratulations on surviving. Hello. Ugh. Congratulations on surviving 12 months. Hello,
Oh,
Beko chatting.
cakes.
How is everyone? Everyone be good. Linka. Rub-a-dub-dub. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. You're the Waylord in the tub. Thank you, thank you. I still need to fix that. It's not giving the right number. Percentage gifts, percentage gifted sub. Let's see. Hype train. You guys are doing. Wait, what do we get for the hype train? Unlock now. What are options? Laughing dog. Baseball. Somebody listening to music. Oh, I don't know. Level 2 has like putting on personal best. Oh, I don't know. What do we want? We're okay with just these ones. We're okay. Percentage sub sandwich. Yeah, percentage sub sandwich. I need to figure out the code for that and get that fixed. Gummy, that looks funny. Which one? Which one? Oh. The laughing? The good one? I hope it gives us the good one. If we stay in this tier. The hand reaching? Oh, that one. The gimme that? Oh, that one. Come here. Yeah, I'd say that's a good one too. That's a good one. But we haven't unlocked level 2. We've not unlocked it yet. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I was trying to work on that before I left. There was a lot of things and emails and things that I was processing before leaving. Right. And so I wasn't, and I also had a meeting too. Guess what? I also had a meeting that day. My life is nothing but meetings. Oh my god. Oh, also FYI, I typically don't talk about work, but this is probably going to be one of those streams where I talk a lot about work. Mainly because it's like convention based. So warning, work warning. Oh no, work. Oh no, talking about work. Oh no, warning. Yeah, had a meeting. Life is a meeting. I'm gonna sit here all night long. Work stories. Yeah, work stories. We love work stories, right? Anyway. So I didn't leave until like towards the later end of the evening because I went and I also had food and whatnot. And I decided also, so I also invited Belle to come along, right? I told Belle, I'm just like, hey, if you do the driving, I can get you into a convention for free. Right? That was our deal. I was like, you drive for me. I still have some work to do in the car. I'll get you a convention pass. I'll get you in. And he's like, cool. Cool. So he drove. He drove for me so that I could still do some work stuff in the car and other things and just chill. Also, I don't like driving at night. So, uh, and I also let Rianari know. So Rianari, I was housed at Rianari's place, and so we got to hang out a little bit. We talked a lot. We talked a lot at night, but that was like night 1, right? That was like I didn't have to do any setup, and then like day 1, we go to the convention, and like they don't have anything. I arrived there with the posse, right? So it was Rianari's partner, Belle, and I. And Rianari is the only one that I have enlisted to work for me. So Rianari's working the booth with me, and Rianari's partner and Belle are kind of just freeloading, and they don't have to do any work, and they can just go and explore the convention. So like I arrive, I get the badges, I give badges, I head to the booth, and there's nothing there. And this happens like this is the second convention where I've had to host. I had to facilitate like, ooh, hype chest open. What did I get? The laughing, yeah. Okay, sorry. Anyway, hi Sarah, hi Gonzalez. I'm talking about work stuff. Fair warning, a little sauce. Um, yeah. So they don't have anything. They don't have anything at all. Like they have maybe like they have the four tables. Work stuff is neat. It's okay. It's okay. We try not to make it a habit of talking about work, right? Because I work enough as it is. We don't need to bring work into these streams. But I need to tell you about this. I need to tell you about this. Um, so they don't have anything for us right up until the event. We have no idea if there's going to be a TV. We have no idea if there's going to be a computer. We have no idea if we even have speaker or audio. I brought my laptop just in case, and we're already, I think, and maybe like 30 minutes past opening. Like the convention has already opened. People are being let in. And I still don't have a TV. First VTuber call in is like, I thankfully didn't schedule a VTuber call in until like an hour after opening, so we still had some bit of cushion room. But we're cutting down onto the wire, right? We've got like less than 40 minutes to be able to set up this whole VTuber call in. And I still don't have a TV. I'm trying to like think of alternatives, what kind of options we have. I have my laptop, my little Surface guy. I have him like propped up, but like we don't even have like the webcam doesn't make sense cuz the webcam I was provided by my coworker does not have any means for mounting. It has no mounting capabilities. The camera my coworker gave me, who should be tech savvy, which I'm not convinced otherwise, gave me a web camera with no mounting capabilities. So like the only option I have would be to tape it somewhere. I don't even have tape. So I have to use the webcam of my tablet, but it's at a weird angle because it's a Surface. So I have to basically prop it up on some boxes on this table at the front with the microphone. And it's very janky and it's not very good. Thankfully, the staff came by, the convention staff came by, and they luckily we deduced that like they brought in a TV. So they eventually brought in a TV. However, this TV only has an HDMI hookup. And then the speakers, we only have speakers, and they have an audio interface. The audio interface does not have Bluetooth connectivity, and it does not have any HDMI connectivity. It only has the like aux connectivity. And when connected to my laptop, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't connect. It doesn't register it as audio. It does. My computer is just like, nah, this isn't audio, and so the audio is only coming through the TV. Designated one stream of work talk this year. Yeah. Always carry a roll of tape with you just in case. You'll be glad you did. I might start doing that from now on in the future. Yeah, duct tape. I might bring like masking tape. Might be a good choice to have. I used to wear masking tape as like bracelets.
Has deemed it necessary to water the cat.
Thank you so much for the hydration station, X. Thank you so much for taking care of me like a Tamagotchi. I used to wear masking tapes as like bracelets when I was really young, and everybody, it's like, it's not fashionable, right? It's absolutely not fashionable, but I'd wear it as if they were giant chunky bracelets. I think that was like when I think that was when like chunky bracelets was a thing, and people would ask like, why am I wearing tape on my wrist? And I'm just like, it's like a bracelet. And it's more useful than a bracelet because I could actually use it for tape. And they'd be like, you know what? Fair, fair. You carry electrical insulation tape? Ooh, that could be a good option too. But isn't that like hard to tear off by yourself? At least masking tape I could tear with my bare hands. Can you tear electrical tape with your bare hands? I don't know if I could. Isn't that like kind of stretchy? A little stretchy? Tiny stretchy? You too? You too? You can? You can? You can rip electrical tape with your bare hands? It's easy? Oh, I'm gonna have to go find some electrical tape and give it a try. But anyway, back to the story. Audio wasn't working. Laptop was kind of jank. We barely got the TV in. They did not have any computer for us. And then last minute, they were just like, you know what? Hold on. They bring in a computer. I don't even know what kind of computer this was. It didn't look like a computer. It kind of looked like a square. Oh.
Oh, tea cakes.
Cooks. Rub-a-dub-dub. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. You were the landlord in the tub. Thank you, thank you. Ah! Black. That's why you have long nails on your right hand? Oh. Just pull hard and it snaps. But it stretches before it snaps, doesn't it? The electrical tape? It stretches before it snaps and it gets deformed. They brought out this thing that to me looks like one of those old school projectors. Like projector? It looks like a projector. It's like flat. And it was like a square. It kind of looked like a PlayStation. It looked like a silver PlayStation, but it wasn't a PlayStation. PlayStation 3, I think.
The PlayStation 3 is a home video game console developed and marketed by Sony Computer Entertainment. Do you want me to keep reading?
No, thank you. You have a small roll of duct tape in your prosthetic in the compartment. Oh, that's really useful. It's nice to have compartments just directly on you, I think. It would was it mitigate needing pockets? Con logistics sound like they were not ready this year. It felt like the same thing for NDK, right? It was the same exact thing for NDK. Like, they were chasing down projector, they were chasing down equipment, they were chasing down audio. They kind of were like, we're in the middle of setting up the convention, and so like they had setup day on Thursday, and they still didn't have anything day one of convention. And so like we're barely setting up, literally day one, an hour before the convention opens. NDK moved your entire room. Yeah, NDK, we originally were supposed to be in the hallway, but instead they gave us an empty room. So it was just kind of like, this one was at least a little bit more planned out, where we knew where we would be ahead of time. A little bit, at least. We knew where we would be ahead of time. NDK, we had no. Yeah. Eats air. How are you? I'm doing good. I just come back from a convention, and it was a very eventful convention. Fairly eventful. But yeah, no, they brought out the computer, which was nice, so that I didn't need to like jerry-rig my laptop in a precarious manner and balancing on top of the table and potentially have it fall and break because it was balanced on a couple of boxes. So I was glad that they had a little computer. And then...
Watch out!
How was convention? I'm talking about it! You just read the about section. It is funny. Yeah. Eventful convention. Convention event. Beko was at a convent.
Watch out!
What? What's up? Ah!
How was convention? Are we there yet?
I'm talking about it. I'm talking about it. I'm talking about it. Where was I? Oh yeah. So we set up, and
Are we there yet?
I'm gonna yeet you out a window, Cugs. Focus, Becco, focus. I gave you a heads up and you didn't dodge. I have bad eyesight. I couldn't see it a mile away. But yeah, it'd be... Anyway.
Are we there yet? I need to pee. Can we stop?
No peeing. No peeing unless you have a pee conch. Pee conch. I can pee standing up. I have a pee conch.
Not to be confused with a Turkish kitchen appliance.
Yeah. Please don't confuse me with a Turkish kitchen appliance. I didn't know that was the thing. Don't let her continue. Why? Do you not want to know how my weekend was? For real? You don't care? What do you want to talk about instead? What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about... You want to talk about... I had salmon over this weekend. The salmon was
Rub a
good.
dub dub. You are the WHALELORD in the tub.
WHALELORD. Why did your profile photo show up? Because you talked. Because you talked. It's like you know in video games, like RPG video games. You know, characters text speech bubble comes up.
Can we stop at Dairy Queen? Yummy.
You know, it's been a while since I've been to Dairy Queen. We gotta put a timeout. You gotta be put in a timeout corner? You have to be put in a timeout corner? Eat air chat?
Hello?
Nah, you good? Hello, hi Black Ice Canary. What's your order at Dairy Queen? I don't know. It's been a while since every time I go to Dairy Queen, it's only the ice cream one. It's not the one that has food, so I don't even know what kind of food Dairy Queen serves. What's my favorite? And when I was little, I had the little, what do you call it? Like the dilly bars or whatever. I forget what they were called. Dilly bars? Teeth burger. Teeth burger? Is that what they have at Dairy Queen? Is this a Whopper? Is this the kind of conversations you want to have? just kind of like chickens with their head cuts off. Aimless. Teeth burger. Nonsensical conversations. Nothing. I'm gonna continue with my story. Goat burger. Continue. Becco, please, I want to hear the convention slop. Yeah. What do you mean, Becco, please? I'm trying. You see what's happening? I'm trying to tell it. Saying Becco, please, like it's my fault we're not getting to the convention story. You went away and class got unruly. Behave yourself. I'm gonna continue my story. Where was I? Hold on. We got everything set up.
Shadow Wakchwaks Pitong has deemed it necessary to water the cat.
Do the teacher noise? What's the teacher noise? You blame Cooks. We should throw him out the car. That's you, Cooks. You wanna throw out the car? Shadow, thank you so much for the hydration station. Okay. You got that water bottle with you? Yeah, you got the water bottle now. I've only drunk up to the to the 3 p.m. / 9 a.m. and no, I did not refill this bottle. Are you feeling okay? Have you eaten properly this weekend? Have you gotten enough sleep? Are you pacing yourself properly, you freaking workaholic? I have more work to work on. I have a lot of work to work on. Every time I go to a convention, it's like I come back with 50 emails. It's like I get everybody under the sun that decides to like message me at conventions. It's like they know that I'm like away from my computer. And so I get all of the notifications on my phone, and I'm just like, it is literally impossible for me to respond to some of these via my phone. Beko can't fit chat on a moped. Too much chat. This is why. Well, what do you mean that's why you're unemployed? What do you mean? Same? For what? Emails? Being away at conventions? Stop going to conventions. Being a workaholic? I ate some good food though. I did. Sounds like too much work. You're too much work! Working sucks. Sometimes it's fulfilling. You know what? Work does suck. But also, I am a workaholic. So I just can't. I need to be productive. I get driven crazy if I like bed rot or I'm not productive or I didn't do anything or something didn't occur that day. I go crazy. I hate myself. Like, man, work sounds like too much work. By the way, chat, nominate Becca for the Vtuber Awards. Is that going on right now? Who's hosting it? Which one is this? There's too many, like, awards. Who's hosting this one? That'd be cool. That'd be cool if I get in on it, but no clue. Is there a link? I saw you posted a picture, but you didn't post a link anywhere. You should post a link in the Discord. Post a link in the Discord. Anyway. We set up. Computer works. We Gucci. First call in, fine. Second call in, kind of okay.
While you're listening to Convention Story, we are pausing for a small ad break. Please visit tcakeproduction.com to get more good merch, and maybe Beko will make more story after you buy at tcakeproduction.com.
I'm gonna throw everything under the sun. Summer Whiskey, thank you for the yeet. Summer Whiskey, congratulations on surviving 19 months. Congratulations. Chat, y'all killing me. Thank you so much for the one itty bitty. For some reason, the word triggers aren't triggering. I don't get it. I don't understand. My brain. I'll have to circle back around and figure out what's working and what's not working. Anyway, god damn it. Well, let me think here. The first call-in we had was, let me think here. We had 2 VTubers call in. We had a VTuber that Cooks might be familiar with. And hold on. I'm just gonna pull it up for my own reference because I don't like butchering names, but I'm also very bad at remembering names. Cooks knows all VTubers. Cooks does know all VTubers. You know what? You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. But this one is one that like I liked. I like this VTuber as well. And then like he should know this VTuber because it's a raccoon VTuber, right? So the first one, we had 2 VTubers call in. We had Ryu Guigui and we had Yozo call in. Oops. Wait, where am I? Raccoon, yeah, Raccoon. Snuffy? No, we're not, totally not. Yozora. Is it Snuffy? No, Snuffy's not the only raccoon VTuber in existence. Yozo is wild. Yozo is pretty cracked, right? Yozo's like pretty cracked at like cards, I think. It's almost like he's a clipper despite not being one. I know he's not a clipper, but he knows like all the VTubers. You said big though? Did I say big? No, not that big. Did I say big? I don't know what I said. Maybe I was talking about the Nunga Nungas. Is she still big? Jessie did? Okay, well, bigger than me. Let's just assume bigger than me. Everybody's bigger than me. She's the only VTuber who's a raccoon you know. Well, now you know another one. Yozo's pretty cool. You guys should go check her out. Philly and Shy Lily are co-hosting. Co-hosting what? The VTuber Awards? Let me see if I can shout out. Yo. Soul. Raw. There you go. That's the raccoon VTuber. She's super cool. Her boobs are massive. I like her hair. She's cracked at cards. You have so many chubas you follow. Please no more. My bad. You don't know Cooks117? Yeah, Cooks is also a raccoon, isn't he? Lincoln Gibgab? Okay. Okay. You sold me already at her boobs are massive. Oh, good. At least we know your flavor. Let's see if I can shout out the other one. I don't think I can, because I think shoutouts have, like, the cooldown. Where is her? But they were actually so cute together, right? So they're kind of like sus, right? They're kind of like lewd, but they're like also like lewd with each other, but like maybe not, but like in a wholesome kind of way. They're like work closely with each other. But it was kind of funny because like we're still trying to set up while they call in. They've called in. We're literally like 10 minutes late to their meet and greet. And we're still trying to set the internet and the audio up because the audio is still coming through the TV. And I'm just like, this is like not working. And the convention people have to come up and try to figure it out as well. And like, all of that's going on. And meanwhile, in the background, these two girls are like gib-gabbing about just chilling. And it's funny because like every so often I catch them saying sus things, and I'm like,
incoming update to the bounty board.
what the frick? Hello? Game guy! Hello! Yo! Holy frick! You have a bounty on your head, game guy?
How y'all doing?
And now it's time for Big Shots, the show that tells all about fugitives.
Shucks, hubby.
It's more like a snow fox. Well, she's a raccoon. Massive boobs, you'll have to pass on that. Wait, did you say Ryu Guigui? Yeah, Ryu Guigui. Hi, Raiders, welcome in. Hello, game guy. Were you streaming, editing videos, or playing fighter games? Chemo. Hara, thank you so much for the follow. With every level, I grow stronger. Thank you. Cuddly Cat Carnage. Oh my god. I know I'm back. It's been so long. I've like missed out on 2 streams worth. You were... Let me see here. Oh, that's actually what you were playing. Gory, Cuddly Carnage Crimes. What the heck is that? What kind of game is that? Cuddly Carnage. Yo. Hi, Chemo. Quick eat them. Hey, the Giga Chad. Yeah. It's good to see Game Guy on a wanted poster, isn't it? That was adorable. You know Ryo? She funny, but very, very, very... Yeah. Very, 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 very sus. So imagine very, 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 very sus conversations going on between the two while we're trying to set up tech, right? We're trying to set up tech, and like they're saying things that the convention staff member is probably blushing to. I'm so You can only imagine? Yeah, you can only imagine. Yes, but she's such a treat. Oh, see, all of you guys are familiar with her. Okay, good, good. I don't need to explain. You should give her a follow. I don't need to explain. You're playing as a cat on a hoverboard in a neon city who eviscerates zombie unicorn by ripping them apart and clawing out their guts. What? That's a very colorful game, it sounds like. That's a very colorful game. Her laughs are the best. Dude, listening to them talk was great. Listening to them talk was great. We also had a cardboard standee of her, of Ryu Guigui. We made sorry, what did I say? A cardboard standee, yeah. We set her up on the table and everything. Yeah, I should have taken a picture with a bunch of these cardboard standees. It kind of slipped my mind. Way ahead of you, yeah. It definitely colorful. It sounds colorful. It sounds, well, you said neon, so I guess that. Just don't watch her streams without headphones. Without headphones? Don't watch her streams without headphones when she's on a Just Chatting. Why? What does she do? I'm assuming, is that just, does she eat the microphone? I mean, I'm gonna learn eventually, right? Because I'm working with these girls for my work. I'm working with these girls for my work, and I think every other week they keep asking me what's okay to put on these cards, and I told them, like, you can be slightly lewd but not upfront lewd. And so basically their task is to try to, like, make innuendos that I don't understand, and that is like the bar for it passing. They're like asking certain things. They're like, can we have the art be this, this, and this, and this? And I'm like, that is okay. The other one, probably not. This one, you need to probably remove that vibrator. I like, and they're so excited about that prospect too. They're just like, we have to pitch ideas that flies over your head. I'm like, yes, basically that's the quota. If I don't understand what the reference is, if I don't understand the dirty joke, then I guess it's okay. That's what they're doing. That's what they've been doing. Working for work. Yes, that seems reasonable. Do they know you a VTuber too? No, they don't know I'm a VTuber. So they don't, none of these VTubers know about Bekogenning's existence. They have no idea I am the woman behind the curtain. They know me as, God, I can't believe they actually did call me this over the weekend. They called me Manager-san. I cannot believe I was called Manager-san. I'm a VTuber. But I guess I have to be responsible business woman in their eyes. Little do they know I'm this scraggly little scruffling over here. Clarification, remove from the card, yeah. Yeah. No one must know. It makes bounty hunting very hard. Yeah, if they know my identity, how can I hunt them? Manager VTuber next, Beko arc. No, you guys can't start calling me Manager-san or anything like that. No, I want to be a VTuber. You can't make me a manager. I can't. You know what's funny is that, like, I made a, you know, like when you have emails and you have the little the image signature thing. I made mine say VTuber handler or something like that. VTuber handler. I'm a project manager / VTuber handler. Cat manager Beko. No, none of them know about my existence. They don't know. They don't know. I'm not worth their time. Listen, they just know me as manager. Some form of a manager. Now you know the identity of manager son when she talks about you. She's probably not gonna say it. She's probably gonna call me by something else. Because it was a different set of VTubers that called me manager son. I think they're gonna call me something else. I have many different names. It keeps changing depending on who introduces me. If I have a choice, I use a different name. If somebody else introduces me, I'm a handler. If somebody else introduces me, I don't know. Somebody has called me a manager son over the weekend. You are secretly a VTuber. This is just another anime plot. No, one of the...
Excuse me, can I talk to Manager San?
I'm not here right now. Manager son's checked out. You have to deal with this cat. Why not manager son? I'm not manager son. No. I kept thinking about that because I don't want to just become a manager. I want to become internet cat lady. Okay, listen, I don't want to, because because it's the same thing, right? The ABC crew also calls me manager. They call me manager status. It's following me around everywhere. I'm not a manager Vtuber. Beko Bounty Hunter, codenamed the manager. You'd like to speak to your manager, please? Now she needs a swanky suede suit. Oh my god. Please. I'm the wrangler. During the day, she's a manager, but
Beko,
at
the
night, she's
internet
about
cat
100
lady
cat.
manager.
The internet cat lady manager? Yeah. Bounty hunter by night. That's actually a funny combination. Manager by day, cat bounty hunter by night. Essentially. Yeah. One of those names being Stinky. I've never been called Stinky at work. Never. I've been called elusive. Actually, you know what? I've also been called a water cooler at work. For the longest time, my coworkers thought I was just a water cooler. Right? They thought I was just a water cooler because that's my profile picture. First thing you will ask is, does she like salmon? That I don't think we're that close. We're not that close. They don't ask me that kind of thing. They just ask me things that are work related. Clipboard asset when? Oh, that reminds me. I've made it easier for you guys to make clips, by the way. I'm worried if I say what it is, you guys are all going to do it at the same time, and I'm gonna get bombarded by, like, clips of this exact moment, and it's all gonna be the same thing. But it's essentially !C. And it will, you can type that in chat. That way it's easier for anybody on mobile. If you guys are on mobile, I know the mobile clipping is like awful, so you guys can like do it here. Please don't spam it. Anyway, let me see here. Oh, you know what? I probably need the whitelist Bicky to be able to post links. Hold on. Oh, never mind. She's got it. Apparently she can post links already. There you go. Clipboard asset when? Ah, frick. You want me to carry a clipboard? If I get some cool swanky manager Beko designs, maybe I'll consider that being a future model. But for right now, I'm a bounty hunter. Internet cat lady Beko, we can cheer on. Yay. You are internet cat lady to me. Yay. I like that. Please add a clipboard asset. God damn it. Manager son. Ah. Explain what? Which part? Manager by day, cat bounty hunter by night, salmon hunter forever, all the time. Absolutely. Can confirm Stinky. You can't really confirm. We've never met. You can't confirm that. For all you know, I just smell like salmon. Or I smell like cardboard boxes. Because that's where cats like to hang out. Didn't you give that nickname to yourself? No. Which nickname? Manager son? Or the water cooler. I didn't give myself the water cooler nickname. I just made my profile picture the water cooler. Beko needs a business suit outfit now with glasses and everything. Yeah. I need to see some pictures. I need to see some designs. Business suits. You guys are so funny. You guys are so funny. You guys are so funny. See? See? There you go. Yeah, but please be careful about, like, spamming it. Because then there's going to be 5 billion clips. And they're all not going to be named properly. And I'm going to cry. But it's to be more accessible for any mobile viewers out there. I think it only captures 30 seconds. The consequences are coming from this information. With some slim glasses. I usually wear like those slim square, like the rectangular ones, the small rectangular ones. And a hair bun or something. You like hair buns? Business suits make your brain go wee woo wee woo. It is possible you and I cross paths in NYC, but we'd never know. Yeah, probably not, though, because I made sure to post those pictures when you were on that scavenger hunt. I made sure to post them, like, hours after I had left. The trace was cold. The trail was cold by then. She has a fridge disguise. She has a demon eye. She hunts for bounties and salmon. Vicky has her back and a handgun. It's Beko, manager saw. Yeah. Oh my god. Is that like supposed to be a theme song? We are certain that Beko smells like salmon. That's basically canon. No! A professional? Yeah, you were outside at work during the cold during the morning hours. Well, I was inside working the convention. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So these two girls are saying a lot of funny things that could make this convention guy blush while we're doing setup. And I even told them, I'm just like, you guys are saying these things. This guy has to listen to it. And they're like laughing, and the guy's like, no, it's fine, it works. It helps make sure that the audio is set up or whatever. So we got it set up eventually. They had their little call-in. It kind of went off pretty good. Pretty well. The second call-in. What is the second call-in? We had, I don't know if anybody is familiar with, like, Eden. We had Eden call in. And she was pretty chill. She was pretty cool. We actually, a lot of her community members came and stopped by to say hello to her. I think even one of her mods came by to say hello to her. One of her mods, like, drove, like, I don't know. They drove, like, miles. They drove, like, from a different state or something since she was calling in. So that was kind of nice. So we got to hang out. I got to talk to them. And briefly, very, very briefly, because I'm super busy, right? This entire time, I'm managing and running the booth, which doesn't sound like a lot, but like it's a lot of like I'm still messaging on my phone between my coworkers who are working at home and managing the booth and making sure that Rianari is all set up and like with his thing. So Rianari was enlisted to like do demos of the game for me. I taught him how to play the game, and then he was teaching the game to people at the convention. And so I was also in between messaging my coworkers, messaging the VTubers, managing the call-ins, also attracting people to come into the booth and try out the game or talk to the VTubers to make sure that the VTubers consistently always had people to talk to. And telling them about what we do, what the booth was about, and all this other stuff. So it's just like I was kind of all over the place, and also doing like certain crowd control, and then like in between my boss also talking to me every so often while I'm running back and forth, answering questions across the booth. There were a couple of times where like some attendees were a little bit suspicious or particular to certain VTubers, and I think I'm trying to remember which one this happened to. Originally, dude, so the mod that came to talk to Eden, I thought they were a little bit weird because like I'm listening to the VTubers. I'm trying to listen to their responses to make sure that they're always okay. And like at one point, I don't think he introduced himself, and he's like saying hello to Eden and acting very, very comfortable with her. And her voice sounded a little bit like unsure. And then he started talking about like how he got gifts for her and that he'll send them to her. And in my head, I'm thinking, like, maybe she has a PO box. Maybe he's just an avid fan. Maybe she has a public PO box or something like that. Yada yada yada. But she was just like, okay. Like it was a very weak okay, and I'm like, But eventually I found out that he was a mod, and he actually got to meet her and actually like knows where she lives. Feral fan-sided. Yeah, I had to be kind of like on guard to like figure out if the VTubers were okay, because I know how it is where it's just like I don't know if they know that they could totally message me if they feel uncomfortable or whatever, and I can come in and intervene. I always try to message in the Discord, like I message them like, let me know if you're uncomfortable, let me know if you need me to intervene, blah blah blah, cause I know how awkward that can be, a little bit. Let me see here. Let me try to catch up on your messages here. Boo. You're still shocked no one stopped you from dipping your hand on the top shelf of the Lego how you reached that high since you kinda sure. What the heck? What do you mean? Kinda short. I find my ways. Listen, I'm an avid climber. Eden too? Yeah, Eden called in. She's so sweet. She's great. Isn't Belle an acquaintance to Eden? Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I invited Belle to come to the convention, is because he wanted to meet Eden. He knew that Eden was calling in, so he wanted to go meet Eden. So that was his little squeege point, like 2 minutes squeeging over Eden. So he got to meet her. Eden's community is always so sweet. Yeah. If you say drop by to say hi, literally everyone at you to say hi. What? Really? Ooh, that's so cool. Let's see. We don't want a repeat of Camilla. Yeah, dude, when I returned, I saw the clips of that. I don't know when that happened, but like when I came back, I think it was like Sunday night. That was like one of the clips that I saw, and I'm like, what the heck? What the frick happened? Right? And this comes back to back where like, so ever since I had the work retreat at NDK, my boss has been really uppity about wanting us to do like video cams for our meeting calls, but like I'm not a huge fan of having any webcams pointed towards me in case like by some sheer freak accident something hijacks the camera and like shows it during stream, right? So I don't really like having any web cameras pointed towards me, and I don't want to have a web camera pointed towards me that I have to keep like disconnecting or moving every single time I'm in a meeting, right? So like for ever since NDK, I've had my camera on and pointed like towards like above the top of my head, so the most that you could see is like the top of my head. That's all you can see. Just my room and the top of my head, you know what I mean? I don't like it showing my face. That's what I've been like skimming by, but like I mentioned to my boss that I purposely don't have any cameras pointed towards my face because of VTubing. But that was kind of a vague answer, right? That was just like the straight vague answer. I don't have cameras pointed towards me because VTubing. And my boss was on my case again and was like messaging me saying that he wants me to have the camera pointed towards me, like he wants to be able to see me so that it's more of like a community thing. And I think one of the reasons why he is insisting on this is because it was a reoccurring joke during NDK that nobody knew what I looked like. Nobody knew like who I was or what I looked like, because every meeting ever since I joined, I did not have webcam on. I refused to have webcam, so nobody kind of knew who I like, what I looked like, or who I was. They were convinced I was a water cooler. And so I think that's part of the reason why he was like very pushy about wanting to have webcam, so that everybody kind of was familiar about their coworkers and whatnot. And I straight up told him the second time he was pushy about it, I was just like, I'm not comfortable with a webcam pointed towards my face for security reasons, because there could be, I'm basically mitigating risk, because there could be certain applications or video games with Hey, we're on commercial. Wait, but did Vicky give like a 2-minute announcement? Oh, she did. Ads are dropping in 2 minutes. I need a sound alert for that. I need to make her say a sound alert for that so that I know 2 minutes ahead of time. Where am I in chat? Mods being weird. Weird. Got the Joja ending. Isn't it cool though? I think it kind of fits. I think it kind of works. It lets me know that the ads are going so that I just don't keep yapping forever. But then now what do I do? What do I do with my 2 minutes? What do I do with my 2 minutes? Do I keep reading? If it's just chatting, do I just keep reading to try to catch up to you guys? Blarg. Ow. Get hit. For real? For real what? You need the big... I'm trying to read it from like my preview screen. I'm gonna keep reading chat to try to catch up. Let me sorry. You look suspicious to grab something up there, then pocket it. Oh, did you look sus while doing it? Don't look sus while doing it. Don't look sus, Shadow. Just don't. Avid climber. Is that why you were on Bill's fridge that one time? Yeah, I like high places sometimes. It's very therapeutic to be high up. Sunday. We need x-rays for meet and greets. Why do you need x-rays for meet and greets? You don't like webcams pointed at me either. You need one of those with closable latch. Yeah, I don't have one with closable latch. Beko's streaming at 11 a.m. ends up seeing a random human instead. Yeah, no, we don't want that. We don't want to show the human host body. We're not about that life right now. We're not about that life right now. You don't need to see the human host body. Being on a webcam feels weird. It does feel a little bit weird. It's never too flattering, I don't think. Webcams are icky. Yours taped over. Yeah.
Bum 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 ba bum.
Bam 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 bam. Demika. We got the JoJo ending. You need the big arrow saying to be continued and it pauses you. That's what I'm trying to code. That's what I was trying to code on Thursday, but then I wasn't able to do it before leaving for the convention. But I think that'd be funny if I could figure out how to do that. For real? She said that? Who said what? Cool. You were trying to gaslight the non-subs into reacting like you said something shocking and they missed. Oh, I see. But yeah, I'm that's what I want to try to see if I can do. I've never watched JoJo, mind you, but I just know that that's the thing, so I'm just kind of like winging it based off of seeing a clip of it. You had your webcam tapped into at some point for like a very long time. You had your phone camera taped over for like 5 years after that. Taped. Fun fact, the to be continued song in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is called Roundabout by Yes. I didn't know that. I've watched like one episode in Avi's stream, in Avi's Discord. I watched one episode, was completely confused, and that was about it. I assume JoJo is too aggressively violent for me. I assume JoJo may or may not be too graphic. Wait a minute, you haven't seen JoJo but used the end tune Heresy of Highest Level? It was either that or the bum 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 bum, the We'll Be Right Back jingle. And while I figure the We'll Be Right Back is more generic, I kind of like the funny JoJo. There are phone cases that block cameras. Oh, I see. It's just bizarre. Yeah, it's a bit generic, yeah. That's a bit generic. I like something more interesting. But anyway. Being an old, you do get ruffled when people call it JoJo. Yells at Cloud. What do you mean? It's not called JoJo, it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, is it not? Is it not? I don't know. Oh, the song? Oh, I don't know what the song is. It's a roundabout. But yeah. I told him that I was just like, and that was like immediately after watching the Camilla thing, right? I messaged my boss. I'm just like, I don't like it pointed towards me as a security risk. To mitigate like security risk. Because I know there are applications, video games, and even things like if you don't have it set up in Discord to ask you beforehand, and you go into a call, Discord will just like take the first webcam, and that could be like I've had a Vtuber dox themselves to me by accident because they turned on their webcam and it wasn't the right webcam, and I saw their human host body, right? I know there's video games out there that turn on your webcam and show your human host body for like the shock factor. And heck, even Twitch had that knock feature that you frickin' hijacked your webcam and showed off human host bodies, right? So there's like so many ways that like that could be an issue. And I don't exactly have a cover on my camera. The camera that I use for the meetings is the one that I use for the top down for my keyboard. So it's also kind of a pain to move it because it's not a regular microphone arm. It's a vertical 90-degree arm angle. Like, I have to unscrew it to reposition it to then rescrew it back on, as opposed to just pulling it up and down and whatever. And I do that on purpose so that it doesn't move. Like, the point is it doesn't move from that spot. And I explained to my boss, I'm like, literally, VTubers are having members, like, go to their house with sledgehammers, and people saying that it's fine because they think they're friends. And I told him, I'm like, I just don't literally have a lot of things out about me. so I'm sorry. And I'm just like, it doesn't make me comfortable, but if it's absolutely required for me to work, I guess I'll figure something out. My boss felt bad. He was just like, first of all, I wish you had told me sooner, as opposed to having me nag you about it twice because you ignored me. Like, I went into great detail. I sent him a huge paragraph telling him about how much of a security risk it is, right? That I am putting myself out there, and I just don't like things like that. And he was just like, he still gave me the same response of like, oh, maybe you can have a camera just for the meetings and then you can disconnect it. And I'm just like, I mean, it still runs into the problem of it. I could accidentally dox myself that one time that I forget to unplug it, right? That one time, it's always that one time you just forget to unplug it, and then something happens. It could be something like that. So, for the time being, I have basically repositioned my web camera so that way, like, it's still the top of my head, but it's a little bit more further away. So if they do desire to see me, all I have to do is lean back and then they can see me. But then like in a normal position at my computer, all you see is the top of my head. So if it does accidentally come on, hopefully it's just the top of my head. Hopefully. Let me see. It's really a good song. Hi, Becca. Howdy, howdy. Hi, Jet. How are you? How are you doing? I may not know JoJo, but I do know you need to get stabbed with a special arrow or something by your neck to get the stand. The floating thing by them that punches a lot. So every single guy that has a stand was stabbed by an arrow. Beko is blinking a lot. I'm sorry. Bridge is insane. You don't remember that knock knock feature? So knock knock, the way the knock knock feature works, they might have patched it since, but on launch, when you enact the knock knock, it automatically tries to turn on your webcam. If you're initiating it, it turns on your webcam. But you have to go in and like turn it off or something. One of the best. Oh, like that scary game, Parasocial, that is about a VTuber who downloads a shady game that ends up turning webcam on and things happen. Yeah, basically. Exactly like that. There's that one video game that does it, actually. There's a Komito Pet or something like that. Komiko Pet. Face mask works. You think I'm gonna wear a face mask every single time I stream? Every single time I stream? You guys can't. You wouldn't. It's all muffled voice and everything. A huge paragraph? Oh yeah, that would do that. That goes in witness protection. Just cover it with a piece of paper, like a bill with your full name and address. Or a business card. This is so true. You know what's funny? The sucky thing is, though, is that I'm using my webcam that I would normally use for, like, my hand cam streams. Like, my keyboard top down. So, like, I would have to keep positioning it. If I do, like, games that are, like, heavy keyboard stuff, I'd have to keep repositioning it with how many times I have meetings each week. I have so many meetings each week. So why not a piece of cloth to toss over when you're done? Yeah, the problem, like, is as simple as, like, putting a sticky note. It's just one of those things where it's just, like, habitually I have to basically be paranoid and constantly check to make sure that I've covered the camera, like, every waking moment. And it could be one of those things where it's just like that one time I forget to do it, something happens, right? And then also on top of that, this is the webcam that I use for my my keyboard streams ish, if you see my keyboard, and it's not a regular microphone arm. It's not a regular mounting arm. It's like a, I don't know what you call this, like a straight arm. it's a straight arm that in order for me to move, I have to unscrew the joints and then like position it and then re-screw them on. So it's a bit more tedious than just like a microphone arm where you can like grab it and move it and swivel it, lift it and put it down. And I think I did that on purpose so that there would be absolutely no chance of it like falling or like being moved in any certain way that could cause it to like show my face, right? That's the reason why I picked this particular arm. Beko to her boss, Exhibit A, boss. Okay then, understandable. Have a nice day. He still wants me to use webcam, but for now I've positioned it far away and I probably won't have any keyboard streams for a while. Though you're surprised your boss is being so nice about the cam thing. Yeah, my boss is pretty reasonable. Like, despite, like, you know, despite whatever, like, my boss is actually really chill. My boss is super chill and super reasonable. It was the stupidest idea ever made. The knock, yeah. Or wear a green screen mask. It's still a mask! You used to? You get used to it after a while? Wearing a mask all the time? You mean like the pandemic when people would always complain that they can't breathe because it's just like all stuffy and whatnot? One of those see-through green hat, or one of those see-through masks that's completely green for the chroma key, but then how is the tracking gonna track my face? That's another thing. You need to see my face to be able to track it. If I'm wearing a mask, then that kind of defeats the purpose. Dirty, dusty keyboard. Shoot the webcam by accident and tell him you're broke. He has to buy me a new webcam. You spent it all on salmon. If he asks what happened to my money, it's all gone. No, it literally, that's just bills. That's just every month, right? I pay all of my bills the first week of every month. So for the rest of the month, I only have like $100 in my account. And I have to survive off of $100 for the rest of the month. It's kind of bad. Chroma key and a different face so it tracks that instead. Whose face? Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not reading Shadow's comments anymore. Not pandemic, full face mask. Also a paper bag at some point. You were a bit paranoid. A paper bag? Oh no. Just don't have a face? Easy. Easy. No face is allowed. Just take my face. Just take it. Grab Photoshop, do the lasso tool, rip it right off of my face. No face allowed. Hi, chicken. Anyway, where was I? I think during Eden's call-in, there was like a very, very small incident that would start bigger things, right? At one point in time, there was a man, okay? Let me describe this man to you, because he looked exactly the same on day 2. This man was probably a head taller than me. I believe he had kind of loose-fitting jeans, wore a white wife beater. He had blonde hair. His hair kind of looked nappy. He had a little bit long, nappy hair, okay? And very hairy armpits. How do I know? Because he loved raising his arms for some reason or other. Came by with food and was just like really intrigued, bemused, and confused all at the same time about the Vtuber booth. He like put down his food that he had on the ground. He had a microphone. I don't know if he was cosplaying, but he had like a microphone with a cable. Like, it was just for show. It didn't really go anywhere. It wasn't functional. And while people are trying to talk to Eden, he like stands really close to them, right? He starts posing as if he's like Freddie Mercury. He starts posing, lifting his arms up with this microphone, making these crazy poses, and then like shouts something out loud, but you can't exactly understand the gibberish of his words. And meanwhile, somebody's trying to have a nice conversation with Eden. He's like standing really close to this person as he's raising his arms, doing his Freddie Mercury pose, sticking his armpits into their face, right? And I'm like, I'm ready. I'm ready to like intervene. I'm ready to chase him out of the booth because this is kind of unacceptable. He's literally like, he's just kind of like bro pose maxing, right? I don't even know. And he eventually like laughs himself and walks away from the booth. He's had his 2 minutes of giggle dick fame, okay? Walks away, and I look back at our table with his food on the ground that he's just kind of placed there so that he could do his mad pose in. And I'm just like, do I dare chase after him to give him back his dirty food? Or do I let him walk away, wait 5 minutes and just throw it away so that he doesn't come back? And I just wait there. I don't bother. I don't want him to come back. He eventually does come back. He comes back and gets his food. I tell him, go get your food. Right? He comes back because he's a little bit confused. I don't think the elevator goes up to the top floor for this one. And he's a bit, he's like looking for something. I'm like, grab your food. I walk up to him immediately to try to prevent him from going to the microphone. I'm like, grab your food. Don't forget your food. Right? Grab your cuppy. Grab your food. And he gets that. And his little confused mess self just kind of shambles off. Right? Shambles off a little bit. And he's done. That's it for the day. Right. That was it. No incidents to report. Avi called after Eden. So after Eden was Avi's turn. She called in, and holy cow, Avi had like a line. Avi had a line of people waiting for her. She had people like the moment she called in, she had a line perpetually of like 5 people always. Like it didn't matter how many people came up. There was always a line of 5 people like for Avi. She was so good at just like attracting interest. I don't even know what it is that she does or says. It's just imbued into her bodily essence, right? Towards the end, when she did have downtime and there wasn't anybody around, every single time she had time to herself and nobody was at the microphone, she just started breaking out in song. She started singing, I think it was Linkin Park. Oh, I don't... Hi, Puka. Hold on. Let me catch up on everybody's messages here. Hello, chicken. Oh, you're talking about the con incident? I am talking about the con incident. I really wanted to call you. I would have told you about it yesterday if we had played Fortnite. A man. So stinky man dies of cringe. Bruh. Crazy person. Oh god, we're talking about this. Hi, Puka. Yeah, Puka was there. Puka was there. The manager is ready to attack. Burn the food. What a shame. Not surprised. Sounds like classic Avi. World star. Avi has quite a buzz. She's quite the buzz. International Avi. Avi's a goober. You simply cannot resist. Avi is a silly Billy and attracts anyone in the radius. Yeah, very good. You were sleepy? No worries, no worries. I understand. It's okay, it's okay. We'll find some time. We'll find some time to hang out and play. But yeah. So like, when she had downtime, I forgot what happened. I think I like went away for a little bit, and I come back. I'm walking back to the booth. I think I had to use the restroom. I come back to the booth, and from a distance, like I can see my booth staff just kind of laughing, and Avi's just like sitting there on the TV singing Linkin Park. I don't remember what song. Death Sentence? I think it was like, what was she singing? She sang it twice. Because there was another time where, like, there was nobody around, and then, like, the staff, my booth staff was just like, sing another song. And she's like, another song? Another song? Let me see. And she's just like, what is it? It was What I've Done from Transformers? There you go. She was singing Transformers songs, I guess. While having a Transformer little guy. She had a Transformer FOMU that she drew while having these meet and greets, and I think she heavily talked about Transformers to somebody at the convention. But you know, she would sing Transformers songs. Abby has been on the Formers kick. She has. I wish I took more video. I took a lot of pictures. I wish I took more videos. One of these events, I gotta like just capture a lot of the interactions because they are so gosh darn cute, right? They're just so gosh darn cute. But yeah, that was the end of day one. That was the end of day one. Pretty straightforward, uneventful, pretty chill. And then the next day we had obviously more call-ins. We had the mascot call-in, which was also pretty uneventful. And then we had the problem lies in the next call-in. So like after our mascot called in, we had Yuki and Yuna from Dual Leveling. These are twin VTubers. We had them call in. Now, there were certain situations about this particular call-in. One is that they kind of forgot that they had committed to doing a charity stream. So they agreed to call in for this time slot, but they also agreed to do a charity stream, and they had to do it during this time frame. It was like a 24-hour charity stream. And so they asked if it was okay to live stream. And I said that's fine as long as, you know, we're very clear and like you're very clear that you're live streaming. Like let people know that you're live streaming. And they're like, "Yep, no problem. No problem at all." So like this particular meet and greet call-in was being live streamed to their community. And double booking is a pain. Yeah. It was fine. We were pretty chill. We're pretty chill about it. Yeah, we're fine. We thought it would be really cool, or at least I thought it'd be really cool for them to see the like convention and whatnot. And so when they called in, they had set up their background so that it looked like they were in a recording studio, and they had big red text on like above them saying, "We are live streaming right now on YouTube," so that anybody that came up to the TV could clearly see they are live streaming. Okay, and they even had chat to the right of them. They had they were streaming the video webcam of the convention to their community. Basically mirroring everything that their community was seeing with what we were seeing. And that was fine. That was perfectly normal. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know if this had any factor into what proceeded next, which was after a certain amount of time, you know, after it was about an hour 30 minutes after they had done they started their call in, and guess who comes back but wife beater guy again. He comes strolling, moseying back with some other guy, right? And I don't know what the relationship is or dynamic between these two. But what was explained to me by the convention was they probably just met each other at the convention because the friend or associate totally did not vouch for them after the event. Okay, so they both go up to the microphone, and I'm busy doing other things, and I'm like half listening to some of the responses and things like that, and he comes up, and there's so many things that happened within a span of 5 minutes that I wish I could recant to you every line that was said. But because of my multitasking and trying to manage the booth, actually it was around this time was actually when my boss came by the booth. So my boss was actually trying to have a conversation with me, planning and talking about future events, about how to do this at future events and what events to do this at. So we were actually having business talk, right? That's probably why I wasn't able to like fully focus on the call-in. We were talking about business, okay? I looked over. I kept looking over while talking to him, and he's just like, Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, they were just a notable nuisance yesterday, right? That's what I tell my boss. And like at one point, this guy, I don't know what he said, but he starts shouting out again, right? He's like, and it's not like it's he's shouting out some sort of speech. Let's just say that. He's shouting out some sort of statement. He's making a statement out loud, very loudly. And I take that as my cue to basically walk to the other side of the booth next to the microphone so that I could kind of pay a little bit more attention. I leave my boss. I'm just like, listen, I know we're having a conversation, but I need to focus on this. I need to monitor this out. And so like I get to the other side and I'm now trying to pay attention. And I catch what he's trying to say. And he's like basically asking these VTubers about political stuff. He's asking VTubers like, oh, are you guys political VTubers and blah, blah, blah. And like trying to ask their political stance, asking a bunch of political questions. And over again, Yuki and Yuna politely decline and ask him like, no, we are not political VTubers. We will not answer those questions, right? They're being very polite and very stern, repeatedly answering they are not political VTubers. They will refrain from answering any political questions. Okay? He keeps asking. Doesn't matter that they said no. He keeps asking. He asked them like 4 times. I step right in and I have to tell him, I'm like, I'm gonna need you to refrain from asking those types of questions. They have politely told you they do not wish to answer those types of questions. And he's just like, oh, did they? Well, I didn't know. They didn't say that. And I'm like, yes, they did. If you don't have any other questions, I'm going to ask you to leave, right? I'm being very stern with this man. I'm like, if you don't have any other questions, I'm going to ask you to leave. And he's just like, no. I'm here with this guy. Like, there's 2 people at the microphone, right? He's like, I'm here with him. And I'm like, okay. And the other guy's like slightly asking VTuber questions, okay? The other guy's like really quiet. And he's asking VTuber questions. And I'm standing right next to the microphone. And I'm trying to listen in. And every so often, like, he's like asking VTuber questions, right? He's trying to ask VTuber questions. So I can't exactly like butt him away from the microphone because he's quote, quote, trying to behave while I'm standing right next to it. But then anytime I'm like my attention's drawn away or somebody's asking me a question, like he starts screaming again. He starts screaming political nonsense in front of the microphone, starts asking them political questions again. And I have to step up in front of him. And I'm like, sir, I need you to stop asking those questions, right? I think the second time I gave him a second warning. And at this time, after the second warning, like I'm telling him, I'm like, I need you to step away. You can no longer ask them questions. I need you to step away. And he's like, I'm with this guy. I'm like, that's great. You can step away and he can ask the questions and you can reconvene with your friend afterwards, right? At this point, he's being really fussy and aggressive. And I'm messaging convention staff. I'm messaging my convention representative contact, and I'm telling them, I'm like, I need security here right now. I need security. And I get the message like she's on her way. And around this time, Belle was also wandering the floor. And I'm trying to message Belle. I'm like, Belle, I think I might need your bodily entity here, right? I'm messaging Belle. I'm trying to call Belle. I have 2 phones. I have one phone trying to call the convention staff. I have one phone trying to call Belle. And like, I'm trying to get this guy away. And then he like tries again. He tries walking up to the microphone again. And I literally cut him off. And I'm just like right in front of him. I'm just like, I need you to stop, right? I need you to stop. I need you to step away. And like at this point my boss like intervenes and tries to drag him away. He's just like, hey, somebody else needs to use the microphone. So both of them they walk away from the microphone. They let somebody else talk to them. We get a little bit of reprieve. Okay, I'm still trying to get security. I'm still trying to get like a bell over. And so then the other attendee that stepped in to talk to them, he finishes up his questions and then he leaves. And I'm like, oh God, the microphone's available. And these knuckers are still here. And they start approaching the microphone again. He starts trying to approach the microphone again. And I stop him. I cut him off. I'm just like, you're no longer allowed at the microphone. And he's just like, well, why not? I want to ask him more questions. And I'm just like, the VTubers no longer wish to talk to you. You make them uncomfortable, right? And he's just like, what? Did they say that? I'm like, that you make them uncomfortable. You're not allowed. I need you to leave, right? I'm telling him straight up. I'm like, I need you to leave. And he takes one step to the side and he's like, I'm gone. And I'm like, no, I need you to really leave. And he takes another step to the side, right? Like, it's this nonsense, like, combative conversation. He's like, I'm gone. I'm already gone. That's what he said. He takes one step and he's like, I'm already gone. I'm like, no, go away, right? I'm yelling at this man. And this guy is getting really irate with me. I have like Puka in the booth and she's getting like really anxious. I'm like this tiny Asian lady and this tall guy here, and my boss kind of tries to help a little bit, but like this guy's not listening to my boss because he doesn't understand who my boss is. My boss is just like trying to drag him like, hey, let me speak with you a little bit, like let's go over here. He's trying to like drag him away from the booth, but he's not listening to my boss. And he starts talking to me again because I'm preventing him from the microphone, and I'm just like, I need you to go. And he's like flailing his arms. And out of nowhere, Belle just kind of comes swooping in. And he's just like, you need to go, right? Belle comes swooping in with Eden's mod. So it's like, all of a sudden, like, I'm in the face of this irate man whose elevator doesn't reach the top floor. And then all of a sudden, there's a wall of man in front of me. Belle and Eden's mod, Sky Knight, I believe his name was, are like being a barrier between me and this guy who's like super aggressive. Yeah, deploy the males. Friggin' this guy was like literally like being super fussy with me, but I'm just like standing my ground because all I keep thinking about, because I'm a VTuber. I'm a VTuber. They might not know that. They know me as Manager Son, but like I know how uncomfortable it can be to have confrontations and be engaging with people that are like trying to get a rise out of you or make you answer certain questions you're not comfortable with. I know that position all too well. So I'm just like, I'm here to assure these VTubers have an enjoyable and comfortable experience while we're facilitating their call-ins. This is my responsibility that I'm taking upon myself, and so I'm not allowing this man to talk to them anymore. And freaking Belle and Sky Knight make a barrier in front of the booth, just blockading it. And I tell Yuki and Yuna, I apologize to them, and I tell them, we will probably end the call in here. So we end the call, right? Because it got to a point, him screaming at them, all the political nonsense, it got to a point where they had to mute our audio. They had to mute the convention so that their stream, their community didn't have to hear any of it. And it was just like, it was just inappropriate and it was unacceptable. And it was like, I apologize to them, like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to cut the call, like, you know. So we ended it there. I closed the call, and like when I did that, like the guy started screaming, "It's all a lie! It's all smoke and mirrors!" Right? This is how cognitive this man is. He's just like, "It's all smoke and mirrors," and he's like screaming, and like Belle and Sky Knight are both telling him like, "You need to like leave and get out of here," right? And he's still doing that sidestepping thing with them. I'm messaging my convention rep. I'm just like, "Where the heck is security? They are not here." And my boss is like asking me, he's just like, because he needs to leave, he's like going to some event, something afterwards, and he's just like, "Are you good?" I take a look at the wall of man, and I'm like, I turn back to him, and I'm like, "I think I'm good for now. Yeah, I'm good for now." And so like my boss leaves, seeing that I have the situation mainly handled, and I'm staying in the booth. I'm messaging Yuki and Yuna, apologizing to them, explaining the situation, and I'm trying to get a hold of security. Belle and Sky Knight are standing in front of the booth, just creating a barrier. The crazy guy, wife beater guy, is like hovering the booth. He's like a vulture. He starts circling the booth repeatedly. So like he'll leave and come back around just to taunt the booth. He literally makes rounds over and over again. And at that point I told Belle and Sky Knight, I'm like, "Can you guys stay stationed here for me while I go to like programming or go find security? I need to go find security." And they're like, "Okay." They're like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Thank you." So I have to walk to like operations. They direct me over to I walked to programming first, and then they directed me to operations. I got a big tall guy that escorts me to operations, and I explained to them the situation. And they know me fairly well because they know that we were coordinating the special event. And so they know about our booth and everything, and I told them the situation, and they were like, "Oh, that is not okay." And so they get like their security head ops ready for me. Like they had to do something behind the counter or something. And they were telling me, they were explaining the situation. They said, because this was an incident that happened over the span of the 2 days, they have like a 3 strike system, and they were going to assign him a 2 strike. And if that was okay. And I told them, yes, technically it was 2 events, 2 incidents. I'm like, that is fine. And they're like, okay. So we head back to my booth with these 2 security members. While we're heading back to my booth, so while I'm at the security table, back at my booth, according to Puka, he was circling and like vulturing and taunting every single time, right? Constantly standing in front of the booth being like, "Oh, you can't touch me, you can't touch me," right? And so then Pamela, who is my convention contact, comes directly, personally to the booth, because my last message to her was like freaking out, where the frick is security? And so she comes in, gets statements from Puka explaining like what happened or whatever. And the guy comes by, not knowing who Pamela was, starts taunting the booth again, and Pamela immediately just takes out her phone and starts taking pictures of this guy, right? Which, of course, changes this guy's gears, and he's just like, "Well, why are you taking pictures of me? You gotta delete that. You gotta delete that." And she's like, nope, I'm taking pictures. Huh? Like she's security, right? And then he tries to give his side of the story, and he's like BSing the entire thing. Puka can hear it, and he's just like, "Oh, well, I was just trying to learn about VTubing. I didn't realize I was offending the VTubers, blah, blah, blah. Like, these guys are the ones being super hostile and mean to me. They're the ones that were starting fights." And, like, he's constantly saying a bunch of BS to them, right? And so that's what was going on when I was gone, when I was at the security table. When I arrived was when they were talking. And so I let the security guys, like I arrive, I tell the security guys, he's there, he's at the table, he's there. So they go and approach him and they talk to him a little bit. I take this opportunity to like manage the rest of the booth. I figure I'm going to let security handle it, right? I don't want to get too involved because I know it could get hot and I didn't want to get in the middle of that. That's security's job. So I turned my attention to make sure that the rest of the guests that were at our table were comfortable and to just kind of continue as business, right? Explain and answer questions about our product and and what we're doing, because there were still people there that were curious about our table. And all of a sudden, I hear a lot of commotion. I hear a snap, and I turn around and I look, and the security guy has basically, I guess whatever conversations they've had did not turn okay, and he's grabbed the guy's badge so that he can assign him a 2-strike, which I guess requires him to mark the 2 strikes on his badge. And then things got really aggressive and haywire, and before you know it, wife beater crazy guy is jumping on top of the security man, literally on his back, screaming, "Give me back my badge, give me back my badge, I want it, that's my badge." And then like the security guy, after basically being assaulted by this wife beater crazy guy, is like, "No, you know what? No more badge." Yeah, he changes his mind right there on the spot and is just like, "No, you know what? You're going to be ejected from the convention. No badge for you," right? And the guy's just like, "No, that's my badge. I paid for it. You cannot take it away from me. I paid for it." And the security guy is just like, "Then you shouldn't have acted like this." Right? And he's just like, "You're gonna have to come with us and you're gonna have to leave the convention. You're no longer welcomed here." Right? And he starts spouting back. He's just like, "Well, then I want a refund because I paid for that." And he's just like, "Nope, you lost your privileges." Right? And he's just like, "You're gonna need to leave the convention right now." And then he goes, "No, I'll leave later." And then he runs. He runs off. And then all 3 security run after him. And everybody's on their radios chasing this guy down because he's running through the convention, trying to escape security. And then around the corner, I guess through the radios, they start calling other security. 2 more security shows up at our booth to get follow-up information, to get pictures so that they could go chase this guy down. And then from the entryway, we see PD run through the building to go chase this guy down. And we're just like at our booth, kind of continuing business as usual, trying to wait to figure out where this guy is. And give or take like 10, maybe 15 minutes or something, security comes back and they check up on us, ask if we're all okay. Puka's really shaken up. We basically have to hug, right? We're both shaky. I'm really shaky. I'm internally shaky, but I have to be, like, I'm the booth manager, so I have to be pretty, like, okay? Is that the word that I'm looking for? I have to basically be professional. So, like, I'm shaken up just as much as Puka is, but I have to have, like, a front-facing, like, I'm okay vibe, right? I'm still handling things. I'm still messaging these VTubers. And I'm still, like, messaging my boss, giving him an update and all this other stuff. And like, Puka and I tell Puka, I see her, she's quite shaken, she's quite threatened. And I give her a big ol' hug. We hug it out. I'm like, it's okay. Everything's fine. Right? I think This whole time, by the way, this whole time, this from the very beginning, like from the very beginning with Yuki and Yuna, the call with Yuki and Yuna, and all the way like after this whole fiasco, Rianari has been stuck on the demo table, giving demos. His back is turned to the whole incident, and all he can hear is the commotion behind his back. He has no idea what's going on other than what he can hear and see that Puka is really distressed, disheveled, and just like he has to continue on giving this demo professionally. This whole time, Rianari has no idea what's going on, but just knows that I'm handling it. He trusts me to handle it, right? I'm hugging Puka, taking care of things, talking to security. They stop by to check up on us, and you know, we're listening to them, and they're just like, is there anything that like they could do? Like they apologize for everything. They asked for like the Vtuber so that they could go apologize to them and all this other stuff. And they ask the big question. They're like, is there anything else we can do to make this right? And I look at them. Puka's like, you know, shaken. I look at them. Was the guy ejected? Like, did you catch the guy? And they're like, yes. I personally, like, the security guy is just like, I personally made sure and escorted him out. So he is gone. He is not welcomed. They did give us the warning, though, that they're not sure if he might try to come back the next day. You know? If like, maybe, like, the registration might accidentally let him through. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, but he's gone for today. Everybody knows what he looks like. And security is, like, on guard. Or whatever. And that's something that, like, I told Belle the next day. I'm just like, hey, can you hang around the booth? Just in case that guy shows up again. But, like, it took a really long time for us to calm down. Like, we had so much adrenaline spikes and things like that, being, like, really stressed, unsure what this guy is gonna do, because he didn't seem, he's, like, it seemed like he was very unpredictable, sort of crazy. Yeah. Very unpredictable, sort of crazy. To give you a good idea of what it was like trying to, like, have a conversation with this guy, or, like, tell him off or tell him to go away, when I came back home, I watched a video of, like, Johnny Somali, and every time he's had a confrontation, and he's always so, like, denialism, like the way he has conversations, it sounded exactly the same as this guy. Like, the same sort of deniability, inflections, and the way he spoke, where he's just like, I'm gone, where he's, like, spinning his own truths in his head, and just because he says it, he believes it, and, like, he's in the right. It's that kind of exact inflection is what it was like speaking to this guy. Like, same speech patterns, even. Almost same speech patterns. Delulu. I was ignoring a lot of your guys' messages so I could get through this whole story. Let me see if I can. Where did I? I'm so sorry. It was a lot to say. Let me see. There you go. Political nonsense, broad, WTF, big no-no, kick his arse out at this point. Yeah, call security. I'm now tempted to see if there's a clip of this dude. Yeah, you're curious. I forewarn you, though, like, if you guys try to look for this clip, you will see me. You'll see the human host body doing manager-son job stuff. So, just a fair warning to you guys. Assertive Beko kind of scares me. If it's required of me, I have to do it. You like assertive Beko? Very funny to hear such a derpy cat be serious. Why? Why is that funny? See, this is why you don't go where people are. Bro, this dude is relentless. I'm sorry you had to deal with a clueless fool and or troll. Dang, that sounds rough. It was quite stressful. Yeah, everybody was really stressed that day. Where did we go? I think we went to have sushi afterwards, right? That's what made us feel better? Did we have sushi? Was that the day we had sushi? Should have took his kneecaps. Begone demon. Deploy the males. Both base. You should have flown me out. Throw me in the mix too. Give me a bat or something. You know what was funny is that Belle was quite disappointed that he didn't get into a fight. I think he was... Belle had a nice way. Belle is actually... Like, I was listening to the way Belle was talking to this guy. And he has a very... he's actually very good at giving confrontational, non-confrontational statements where he's assertive enough to stand his ground but is unconfrontational. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't making statements that would aggravate the guy, like purposely aggravate him. There was actually a couple times where Puka actually kind of stressed me out a little bit because I'm literally in this guy's face. I'm literally in this guy's face. He could totally punch me in the face at any given moment, and I'm trying to tell him to leave and calm down or not to do certain things. And Puka is like on the other side of the booth yelling at him not to do that, which in my position I could see as an aggressive, like, confrontational statement. And in my head, I'm like, please, Puka, please don't yell at him from afar because that could probably aggravate him while I'm standing right in front of him. I'm like thinking to myself, I'm thinking this to myself. I'm like, please don't. Please don't. If you're dealing with crazy people, the worst thing you can do is yell at them from afar because they take that as a threat or like an attack. You know what I mean? And I'm the one that's in front of them. Like, I'm the one that's in front of them. Belle clutch as always. You would also help as a bodyguard. I was so lucky to have both Eden's mod and Belle. Eden doesn't know me. So, like, Eden... I know about Eden because, like, Belle's close with Eden. But I haven't really, like, talked to Eden as Beko. Because I don't know if that would be awkward. Because, like, I don't know. So, like, I don't know. I don't know how she would take knowing me, but, like, I've already, like, she knows me as, like, my work persona. You know what I mean? She knows me as my work persona. So I don't know if that would be awkward for her, or whatever. But, like, I just gotta say, thank God her mod was there. Thank God her mod was there. I am appreciative for Eden for having such an amazing mod who's a good bodyguard. Your accent, will everyone consider coming into stabbing range? Would it? Oh, that one. Because of chicken. Manager's son is a true hero. Security is slow, like, damn. I don't know where security was, but Pamela came. Like, she was my contact. When she saw that I messaged, like, where the heck is security? She came personally herself, which I appreciate. I appreciate, like, when she saw that security didn't come after she sent them, she came herself. This sounds like someone who didn't pay for their own badge and probably shouldn't have been there. Yeah. Hit him with the, oi, dickhead! And then reach into your coat and get him. Hi, Dark! Security loading. 2 strikes is too much for what he's doing. You too much or too little? Do you mean too much or too little? Or rather too little, yeah. Taser time. Yes, the Conti. Why does... What is this? Oops. Oh no, where? Oh, I lost... Where are my messages? Why does any animated character from animated character source remind me of any animated character from animated character source? Replace what's in the brackets with your choices. That's a lot to go over. He got arrested. I don't think he actually got arrested, but I do think he got it. He did get ejected because we totally had a smooth 3rd day. There was absolutely no problems day 3. We were cool. It was smooth. It was great. The fun times, yeeted out a window. C2 strikes was too lenient. Yeah, well, he dug his third strike. He dug himself into an ejection, really. Of the third story, hopefully. Yeah. Get your arse out of here. Actual effing man. You would have loved to see the footage of this. You can kind of see the footage on Yuki and Yuna's stream. So like you do see like me constantly warning him, telling him to leave. You can you see, I think I approached him like twice, and then my boss approached him, and then like the third time, like I'm warning him and like he's flailing his arms about, you see Belle and Sky Knight like come in out of nowhere. They just come in out of nowhere and create wall of man. At this point, a bunch of staff who were all in cosplay were surrounding the booth. Yeah, we had we had so many security at our booth after a while. We got a runner. We can't outrun a radio. That's true. What a terribly unwell individual. Wild. Man crashed out. You still feel unfulfilled. Belle wishes he got smacked so that he could start smacking back. Belle was just like, man, he was so unfulfilled. You need a break after 5, was it 5-ish? Like a paid vacation? Yeah, it was so stressful. We all were so tired because of the adrenaline crash. We were just like, oh boy, sort of thing. Like, man, that took a lot out of us. You wanted to send that man-child to the ground so bad. Beko being the strong manager she is born to be. You handled it so well. Such professionalism from my Oshi OMG. Gotta hold the and comfort and feed the Vtubers. I'm not ready for another ad! No! It's okay, this gives me a chance to catch up. It's fine. We're just vibing. Gotta hold and comfort and feed the VTubers. Loves for Puka. Yeah. I'm alright now. It was just quite the experience. Appreciate it, folks. Yeah, reminding you guys, this was Puka's first convention back since the pandemic. I don't think they've been to a convention since the pandemic. This was their very first convention, and that was their first experience. Great. Love it. Love it. She's kind of she's got enough convention experience for a while. I don't think she's ready to go to another one. She's not interested to go to another one.
Tea cakes.
Belle, Rub-a-dub-dub, thank you so much for the gifted sub. You're the Waylord in tub. Thank you, thank you. How the frick do they use 3 strikes on a weekend convention? It should just be a one and done. That's so true.
Oh, tea cakes.
Doctor! The game is a mind game, in which the objective is to avoid thinking about the game itself. Thinking about the game constitutes a loss, which must be announced each time it occurs. It is impossible to win most versions of the game. Depending on the variation, it is held that the whole world, or all who are aware of the game, are playing it at all times. I just lost the game! Thankfully, this is playing. Thankfully, that was during an ad, so people who have ads are safe from the game. Also, what other variations of the game are there? Anyway, what a waste of a badge. You spelled air wrong. If I could travel there, I would have had fun with that badge. The demos did distract part of our crowd away from that commotion. My corner kept good vibes at the very least. Yeah, Ryodari over there with the good vibes. Them chill good vibes. Delulu, what about his companion? What happened to that guy? Dude, when the security... So what was explained to me, they asked me if I had any qualms with the other guy. I told them no, he didn't do anything, right? And they said they probably weren't exactly friends, and they maybe just met at the convention. Because when they caught the guy, they looked at each other, and the other guy just kind of like walked away like he didn't know him. He don't care. He just kind of left. He just went the other way and was just like, no, you deal with that. Ignore this pants grab. He was fed to the Rancor. My brain will blank out manager Sam. We're back! We're back! I'm just trying to catch up on chat. Where am I? We gonna see cardboard cut out of Beko behind a booth? Me? How much of the cardboard? I wonder if my boss would allow me to bring myself to conventions just for the sake of putting it there. Crazy is crazy, and y'all have more self-control than me. I would have dropped that man. Bell was about to. I think Bell said that he was about to because from his angle, when he was like coming by the booth, it looked like that guy was raising his hand to like hit me, because he was like flailing his arms about, right? I'm standing in front of this man and he's like flailing his arms, and Bell already knew this guy was kind of crazy because of day one, and so like when he saw the guy raising his hand at me, I think Bell said that he thought he was gonna hit me, and Bell was ready to like throttle him to prevent that from happening. But then when he saw that it was still just like verbal, like hand waving, he changed last minute to just step between us and like cut off the confrontation, which is fast reflexes on his part. We had ramen. Oh, we had the other comfort food. Ramen. It's funny and cute to hear you be serious. Yeah. Why? We could fight if you want. Oh my god. I brought us to a place that served black garlic tonkatsu. Yeah! Which I'll post on my Instagram in a couple of days, probably. Because it takes me a while to post food pictures. Because I'm too busy eating. Bella's base, not gonna lie. He has a lot of self-control, I think. Thank God I brought him. He came for Eden. He came for Eden. Both of Eden's boys, technically. Because technically Sky Knight is Eden's mod, and Belle came because of Eden. So technically both of Eden's boys. That is hard to do. She sounds very mom-like when she gets like that. Me? What did I do? Like freaking when I'm telling him that he needs to leave? Of course I have to sound like domineering woman, try to stand ground, right? Can you imagine me standing in front of this guy being like, "Oh, Will, can you please leave, sir? Can you please?" Like there's Shy Becker, right? Like, "Oh, please leave." Girl dies. Versus like, I know I have to manage this booth and it's just like, "Excuse me, sir, you're unacceptable. I need you to leave right now." Something like that. If he did that, there would be a manhunt. We won't let that slide. We'll let it slide down all 6 feet. Oh my god. They get 3. Shy cause you're a small VTuber? No, cause socially awkward VTuber. If Beko only knew sub-summoning, the whole crew would have appeared to fight. Oh my god. A sub-summoning? To the pigs it is then. Oi bruv, you wanna get wet? You wanna fight? You wanna fight, bruv? What is that? What the frick? Shout them out. Belle wanted to crash out too. He scratched an itch that hasn't been scratched in many a year. You wanna get into brawl fights? What the heck? Should have been out after the first time, to be honest. They came back a second time and did the same effing thing. Kill him on the spot. Ooh, 7 ads, you're crying. You hate me. There's a specific kind of people you just really want to punch. Did Beko have her frog taser on her just in case? I don't have a frog taser. No, but I had Borit. Oh, you know what? I could have shined Borit into his eyes. Would shining Borit into his eyes count as an attack? Could I be sued for shining a flashlight in some guy's eyes? I could have shined Borat. I could have used Borat. Puka needs a VIP for her struggles. Wow. No, they aren't. They can read the message. Where? Oh. Oh, they're not safe. I see. They lost the game too. Don't forget to eat Olean Wood. Oh yeah. He made a mistake making friends. Same to you. What con was this? This was Kimura Con. It was Kimura Con. You like the timed sound bites? Yeah, they help me because obviously I'm backlogged. And sometimes I'm visually impaired, so having audio cues is really useful to me. Fairly cheap, like a trip to Staples. What's fairly cheap? Cardboard cutouts actually aren't that pricey. You can get them fairly cheap. Really? I'll have to look. Giga Chad Bell. You should have rocked up and hit him with leg sweep. Well, I mean, you know, as proper adults, there's such a thing as the law and making sure. I don't know what's considered an assault. Because technically spitting on someone is considered an assault, isn't it? That's what I learned watching the squatters video. Spitting on somebody is considered an assault. I thought an assault had to be physical aggression of like punching and hurting and bruise. Especially a 1-to-1 scale, so small. I'm not small! First time in 2 years you ever praised and respected Belle with the ring? You don't know how to feel about that, Shadow. Sorry, Beko Hospital internet sucks. You can't stay. Have fun losing the game. I'll see you next time. Much love. Thank you, Doctor. I hope you're okay. I hope you're just visiting. I hope you're not actually in the hospital. And if you are in the hospital, I hope it's not serious. Plus, you heard of VTubers doing work at cons as their persona. The fellow VTubers know? What do you mean? As their persona? The fellow VTubers know? I mean, they know me as manager. They know me as, like, my work name. I'm not employed as Beko to my work to keep that separation. And I'm not employed as Beko, so I'm not introducing myself as Beko to these guys, so they don't know about Beko. Yeah. And sometimes, I don't know. The thing is, you know, like, some of these VTubers, I've given them my stickers. Like, when they meet me in person as Manager-san, I have given them Beko stickers, but none of them have, connected the dots. I think. None of them has reached out to Beko. So, yeah, it's whatever. Let's see. Knowing the freaks that are VTuber fans, that probably might have worked. Where? What? What? The Uwa voice? Oh, Uwa voice? I don't think this guy was a VTuber fan, if anything. I think he was just kind of crazy. I think he was just a nuisance. You know, that mentality. Should have came up to him and hit him with that classic Stephen Og go F yourself clip. I saw the wet is how the British say they want to stab or cut someone. Is that real? No one says that? Chicken immediately. Nobody says that. I'd laugh if someone said, you want to get wetted, mate? Yes, only if self-defense. Yeah, so he would have to hit first. No, but he might have snapped on you. Yeah. W? The law can stick it. That's our link cat out there. I'm okay. I wasn't hurt in any way. It just was a crazy situation. Beko is the law. Assault is also to provocate? Physically provocate? I mean, with him waving his arms everywhere, you probably could argue that there was a possibility of him going to swing at you and that you felt unsafe, and that's why you tore his skin from his body. from his fleshy being. I could have like walked into his fist and then contributed that to his song. Let me just walk my face into your fist here for a second so that I could then like crush you with my boot. Becca's work name, bekogenning. Oh my god. When my boss was making my work email, he asked me if it was okay to use like if I wanted my account name to be anything else, and I kind of regret, like I'm so used to it, like at my previous work it was just my name, right? I'm so used to it just being that for professionalism's sake that I kind of wish I had it something else now. Like now that I'm doing this with VTubers, I kind of wish it was like my nickname, my work nickname that I'm trying to like implore so that my real name doesn't get used. But unfortunately, it's on my email. Definition of assault varies from state to state. You don't know how it's called in English. Implied threat. If you feel like there's a threat/danger to you, you're free to protect yourself preemptively. Ah, preemptive protection. Something, reasonable cause for concern and action according to that. First strike is a counter-strike. Preemptive kneecap taking. It's okay, we got Pokemon booster packs. Puka with the we got booster packs. But yeah, that was my exciting weekend. You guys have anything else that's exciting? Backlog check? I'm up to date now. That was the last one. Why are you backlog checking me? That was literally the last one. Let me see. But yeah, that's probably a good time. I've told my whole origin story from this convention. Not origin story. Epilogue? Not epilogue. Side quest? Oh, where's the audio? Where'd it go? Why isn't it reading? Read to me. Read it to me. There was an heir speaking TTS. Uh-oh. In other VTuber news, a VTuber by the name of bekogenning during last week's con was seen skinning a man after a crazy interaction during a meet and greet. Yuki and Yuna are super cool though. They're super cool. You know what? I did actually meet Yuki and Yuna in person. Like I met them at a convention, and I was excited to meet them that I was like borderline slipping into like Beko.
Mr. Salungguhit Chicken Salungguhit Nugget Salungguhit has deemed it necessary to water the cat.
Thank you so much for the hydration. I was slipping into like Beko tendencies, right? Because I'm thank you for the hydration. I watched them. I've watched them like as Beko, like as myself. So like, I forgot that they don't know who I am. I forgot that they only know me as manager, as opposed to like anything else. And so like, I was just like borderline like I have to be professional, but then also I'm just like awkwardly like hi, and I'm like and like I think they were a little bit confused, and I'm just like yes I mean yes, hello. It's hard. It's hard not being Beko. Yes. Let me see. What is this? You made pizza pockets? Nice! How's finding a new car? I haven't really looked at new cars. I was busy working convention this weekend, and I don't have the money to buy a car immediately anyway, so it's not in my mind right now. When all is said and done, I'm just glad y'all are okay and could enjoy the last day at least. Yeah, the last day was smooth. Speaking of which, I need to send you what we got in that package today from the pools. What package? Package? In that package today from the pools. Shout them out. Yuki and Yuna. I don't know if they stream on Twitch. I don't think they stream on Twitch. We made sure Beko is comfortable doing her stay over the weekend anyhow. Yeah. I was fed salmon. Big ol' fat salmon. It was good and tasty. They know me so well. They know when I'm satisfied. So like anytime I eat salmon, you can tell it's good salmon because I start dancing in my seat. It's like automatic. I have no control over this. I dance in my seat if I eat good salmon. And everybody seems to look forward to it. They seem tickled pleased seeing me dance in my seat. You made some instant noodles? Mr. Salungu. Fangirling on the inside, but it slips out. Yeah, if fangirling on the inside. Because I'm just like, oh my god, it's so cool. Like, it was more like trying to talk to them more comfortably, but they don't know who I am. And I'm like, that's right. That's right. They don't know me. They know managers. Yes, hello. Literally, they don't know I'm a Vtuber. Literally that. Absolutely. You backlogged your quick stop. Should have told them, say hi back, or you're fired. Say hi back or you're fired. Time to do it more. What happened to Freckles? You missed something? No, nothing happened to Freckles. Then how you spell their name? Yuki and Yuna. Growing too old too fast? What is this? Now that's adorable. Eating salmon and you just hear shuffling beside you. Literally, I literally dance in my seat. Beko on that good salmon, that good salmon. Real good salmon. I get super excited. It's great. Anyway, I found somebody to raid. I was looking for somebody. They are playing A Quiet Place, which is that game that Belle tried to play, but then apparently I guess was broken. So we'll go ahead and try to raid somebody else to see if they... Oh, how do I do this? Is that not how you raid? Do I not know how to raid? There we go. I know how to raid. I know how to raid. Shammin, shaman. Let's go. Let's go. That was my weekend. I hope you enjoyed my really long, arduous weekend story about literally needing to call security because there was a possible immediate threat in front of my face at a convention while facilitating VTuber meet and greets. Yay. Yay. And that there's footage out there somewhere of me being manager saw. Their models look nice. Oh, thanks for the stream. Yay! Of course, always, always. Please ask for a break or something. I have 2 days I can ask off now that I've worked the convention since they changed the way that the handbook works. When I do a convention, I can ask 2 days off sometime within the next 3 weeks. So I might ask for a really long Thanksgiving weekend, maybe. That's probably what I'll end up doing. Everything night. Yay! It was nice to catch up. Thanks for the stream as always. Have a nice... Ooh, friggin' Thursday we're gonna play some Red Dead Redemption! I'm excited. Delulu Manchild versus Internet Cat Girl. Yeah, who would win? Me! You deserve it. I hope you eat, drink, sleep well. Thank you. Goodbye. Take off Fortnite. I know. I want a Fortnite. I really want a Fortnite. Ask a bit more. Say you felt out of the loop because of the incident. That you need a breather. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Goodbye. Goodbye.